Hey guys, it's Jimmy. We're going to talk a little bit about how to safely use essential oils. These are just basic guidelines for essential oils used. We need to use extreme caution with essential oils, guys. Many guidelines are listed that I'm about to read to you. However, nothing replaces our common sense, guys. If you do not know how oils resonate, I do not recommend you start ingesting and applying and diffusing if you don't know how they're going to react with your body. We always want to start very, very slowly when we're doing essential oils. Many of the blends that I give you in my videos, you're not going to want to start with all of those oils. You're going to want to start with one or two and then gradually build to where you're incorporating more and more of these divine oils together. Always keep a bottle of pure vegetable oil, whatever you're using as your carrier oil, handy when you're using essential oils. We always want to dilute most of these oils, guys, and I'll tell you later which oils need to be diluted and which ones don't. But most of them need to be diluted, and we need to be using a coconut oil. I love coconut oil because it's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, it's antifungal. I love it. So it's probably my favorite carrier oil, but next to that would probably be the jojoba. Keep bottles of essential oils tightly closed and store them in a cool location away from light. Guys, light in the air destroys the volatile essential oils, the plant essences. Guys, essential oils carry live vibrations. I mean, they resonate from 52 to 320 megahertz, and this is the reason why they provide total healing and harmony for the body, in my opinion. And guys, the essential oils work synergistically throughout the body to provide healing after the liver is detoxified, which is the reason why we need to learn to juice and extract the glorious phytonutrients to gently detoxify, alkalize, and restore intestinal harmony to the whole body. And that's the reason why essential oils can work more effectively after the liver is detoxified, in my opinion. But we want to keep them away from light and air, and we want to keep them away from EMF activity, guys. You need to, if you're storing it on a cabinet or around an electrical source, I would highly recommend you build kind of a Faraday cage with copper protecting your oils, or cover your outlets with aluminum foil because guys, these outlets that are all on our walls, they're all emitting these frequencies that are not healing to our bodies, and they're definitely not healing to essential oils, and you better believe this can affect the vibration of the oil. And what I usually do is when I'm applying oils, I let the oil resonate in my hand for a little bit and let it warm to my body's natural temperature. And I'm also grounded when I do this, meaning that I'm either in the earth with my shoes off, firmly planted in the earth, or I'm laying in my grounding sheet, or I'm standing on my grounding mat. And this way I'm grounded, and the oils work a little bit more effectively when you ground yourself. Keep essential oils out of reach of children. We need to use caution with oils around kids. Just like any therapeutic grade item that you've got in your house, guys, children love oils. And believe me, they'll go through an entire bottle of them in a very short time. They see you massaging these divine oils into your skin, and then they think they can do the same thing. And many of these will be harmful to children. Essential oils rich in menthol, such as peppermint, should not be used on the throat or neck area of children under the age of 18 months. Angelica, bergamot, grapefruit, lemon, orange, tangerine, and other citrus oils are photosensitive and may cause rash or dark pigmentation on skin exposed to direct sunlight or UV rays within 1 to 2 days after application. So remember that. Keep essential oils away from the eye area and never put them directly into the ears. Do not handle contact lenses or rub the eyes with essential oils on your fingers. Even in minute amounts, many essential oils may damage contacts and will in fact irritate your eyes. eyes, guys. So use caution, especially when you're applying your nightly mix of frankincense, myrrh, lavender, helichrysum to your face, and not to get these oils in your eyes. Pregnant women should consult a healthcare professional when starting any type of health program. Oils are safe to use, but one needs to use common sense, of course. Follow the directions and dilute with V6 vegetable oil or coconut oil or jojoba would be my recommendation. And then make sure that, sorry, I had a little pause there. My dog shifted. He was next to me, so I had to move. Pregnant women should consult a health care professional when starting any type of health program. Oils are safe to use, but one needs to use common sense. Follow the directions and dilute with your favorite carrier oil. Many pregnant women have said that they feel a very positive response from the unborn child when the oils are applied to the skin. But each woman's individual experience is different. So, guys, the oils are healing, period. They're healing and they're regenerating and they're repairing at the DNA cellular level after the liver is detoxified. I don't care what anybody else says about them. They absolutely can be ingested. They absolutely can be applied topically, and they absolutely can be diffused to provide total harmony for the body. Guys, the prescription drugs most of the time are synthesized from these divine plant-based essences, and they're toxified, and they all toxify the liver. Prescription drugs do not provide healing. They do not provide any cures for anything because they all toxify the liver. And in the end, guys, this is a vicious circle that is enslaving people. These prescription drugs, these big pharma drugs, guys, is what I'm talking about. And oils naturally provide the body healing, but we have to use caution, especially if we're taking toxic prescriptions, which are toxifying our liver, because most of the time when people want to start applying oils, they think that they can just start lathering these oils all over their skin and it's going to be beneficial also while they're taking prescription medications. Well, this isn't going to work, guys. It's not going to work, and you're going to have negative reactions to these oils because the body is toxic. We've got to detoxify for these oils to be effective. I've heard many, many cases where people say, oh, I can't take this oil, I can't take this oil, I'm sensitive to this oil, this oil. Well, firstly, let me say that the oil that you're probably using, if you're sensitive to it, is probably not a real oil. Most of the time, oils sold at just the regular grocery store or health food stores, these aren't real oils, guys. You need to do your homework and research who's making the purest and the best grade oils. These are 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils, and there are quite a few companies that makes them correctly, but many of these companies that don't. And you definitely don't want to be applying these or ingesting these oils because they're not going to provide the body harmony. But guys, if they are 100% pure and you're saying you've got a reaction to a certain oil, I'm going to tell you to detoxify your liver. Detoxify the liver and the years of calcification and the years of toxins that have built up and stored there, and rid the calcification throughout the whole body, rid the uric acid level, decrease inflammation through the whole body through a juicing program, and then go back to the oil and try it again this way because we really shouldn't negatively be reacting to these oils, especially if they're organic. Epileptics and those with high blood pressure should consult with their healthcare professional before using essential oils. Use extreme caution with high ketone oils such as basil, rosemary, sage, and tansy oils. Those are very, very strong oils, guys. People with allergies should test a small amount of oil on an area of sensitive skin, such as the inside of the arm, for 30 minutes before applying the oil on the other areas of the body. I recommend everybody do that. Just apply a little bit to the inside of your arm. Let it sit. I usually recommend people let it sit for 24 hours and combine it with a carrier oil such as coconut and make sure there's no reaction overnight to this. And then if there's no reaction, then get your oil on, but start slowly. Don't start with gobs of oil. This is not how oils are effective. You want to build up to where you're using more and more of it each time. The bottoms of the feet are a safe location to apply essential oils topically. Direct inhalation of essential oils can be a deep and intensive application method, particularly for respiratory congestion, illness, sickness, disease. However, this method should not be used more than about 10 to 15 times throughout the day without consulting a health professional. Also, inhalation of essential oils is not recommended for those with asthmatic conditions. But guys, I'm telling you, some of these asthma can be eliminated if we detoxify the body and we learn to start juicing and we learn to start consuming oils like this. Watch my black cumin seed video, guys, because it's one of the best things for decreasing inflammation throughout the whole body, and it can provide some relief for these asthmatic conditions. Before taking Gras, which is generally regarded as safe, essential oils internally, test your reaction by diluting 1 drop of essential oil in a teaspoon of either this black cumin seed oil or a teaspoon of coconut oil. Other people will tell you to take it in agave or olive oil or milk or something crazy like that. I'm telling you, no, don't do that. Take it in a black cumin seed oil. Take it before you go to bed, or take it in a coconut oil. Organic, raw, unrefined coconut oil, unprocessed, unheated coconut oil. Going to be the most beneficial. If you intend to consume more than a few drops of a diluted essential oil a day, I recommend you first consult with your healthcare professional. Be aware that reactions to essential oils, both topically and orally, can be delayed as long as 2 to 3 days, especially if we're toxic, guys. There may be a delayed response. Add 1 to 3 drops of undiluted essential oils directly into bath water. If more essential oil is desired, mix the oil first into the bath salts or with a bath gel base before adding to the bath water. I combine it in I get it all set it up in a small little jar with my essential oils, with my organic black soap that I use, my African Shea black soap, and I put a few drops in, and then I will start the bath up and then pour this in. But guys, the oils tend to sit on top of the water because oils and water, of course, don't mix, so they tend to sit on top of the water, and if these are strong oils, they may very well burn your skin, so you need to use caution if you're wanting to put it in the bath. But generally, we don't use more than 10 drops of essential oils in one bath. Sensitive skin, you're not going to want to bathe with certain oils. Occasionally, individuals beginning to use quality essential oils will suffer from rashes or allergic conditions. This may be due to using an undiluted spice, conifer, or citrus oil, or it may be caused by an interaction of the oil with residues of synthetic petroleum-based personal care products that have leached into the skin. When using essential oils on a daily basis, it's imperative to avoid personal care products containing ammonia, hydrocarbon-based chemicals. These include most of the stuff that they're making today contains many chlorides, many sulfates, many genetically modified things. Guys, our skin is like our third kidney. So if you're lathering these artificial things on your skin and then you're wanting to put an essential oil on it, no. There's going to be a reaction. So use common sense. The skin needs to be clean. I recommend showering in a non-fluoridated, purified water, guys. We can't be showering in this toxic city municipal water. We've got to learn to make our own zeolite shungite shower filter, or we've got to buy one. Omega makes a great one that I use. I bought a 2-pack for about $184 on Amazon.com, and they last about 6 months. I found my last one lasted about 5 months because I'm super sensitive to fluoride and toxins in the water, and you better believe that when I'm showering and my shower filters run out, I notice the difference because there's toxins in that water that hit my skin and I react negatively to them. So we've got to get ourselves out of this fluoridated toxic water because you're showering in this toxic water and then you're wanting to apply an essential oil on top of it. This doesn't make any sense. So get yourself a good shower filter and learn to clean the body naturally with a black soap, a shea butter soap, African black soap, soap and then learn to, I use coconut oil also in the shower. Coconut oil has oil pulling properties. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, and then after I get out of the shower, I apply a coconut oil mixture with essential oils all over my skin, and this helps the essential oils to become better absorbed, and it also acts kind of as a barrier. But we want to be avoiding these toxic chemicals. Other chemicals such as aluminum compounds, FD&C colors, formaldehyde, parabens, talc, mercury, titanium dioxide, those are just to name a few, guys, and these are all in these hand creams and lotions and potions and mouthwash and shampoos and antiperspirants and aftershave lotions and hair care products. Guys, these things are giving people cancer. These deodorants that people are slathering under their skin with all of these toxic, harmful chemicals in them, they're direct. In my opinion, you can link them directly to cancer. Now, of course, there's not going to be many studies that show this because they don't do studies like that, guys, because they make these products that make us sick in the first place. So we need to just get ourselves back to nature. We need to get grounded. We need to learn to gaze upon the sun, and we need to learn to start growing these things ourselves, guys. Much can be grown in small spaces, and we can learn to grow many of these divine things. But of particular concern are the potentially hazardous preservatives and synthetic fragrances that are abound in virtually all modern personal care products. Some of these include methylene chloride, methylene isobutyl ketone, and methylene ethyl ketone. These are not only toxic, but they can also react with some compounds in natural essential oils. The result can be a severe case of dermatitis or even blood poisoning. A classic case of synthetic fragrance causing widespread damage occurred in the 1970s. AETT appeared in a numerous brand of personal care products throughout the United States. Even after a series of animal studies revealed that it caused significant brain and spinal cord damage, the FDA refused to ban the chemical. This is how the FDA is, because they want to keep us sick. Finally, the cosmetic industry voluntarily withdrew the AFTT after allowing it to be distributed for many, many years. Imagine how many people have suffered from this and are still suffering from this. How many other toxins masquerading as preservatives or fragrances are currently being used in everything, guys? It's in the air that we breathe. And this is why we have to learn to detoxify from these ailments. Many chemicals are easily absorbed through the skin due to its permeability. One study found that 13% of BHT and 49% of DDT, which is a carcinogenic pesticide, can be absorbed into the skin upon topical contact. My source for that is Steinman, 1997. Once absorbed, they can become trapped in the fatty subdermal layers of the skin where they can leach into the bloodstream, and you better believe they do this. This is what toxifies the whole system and wreaks havoc on the body and creates inflammation and sickness and disease. Even in small concentrations, these chemicals and synthetic compounds are toxic and can compromise one's health. Chemicals can remain trapped in fatty tissues underneath the skin for several months or years until a topical substance like an essential oil starts to remove them from their resting place and cause them to come out of the skin in an uncomfortable way. This is why a lot of times when people first start using essential oils, they have reactions like this, because these essential oils are trying to remove these toxic substances that are stored in the dermal layers underneath the skin. Besides skin irritation, you could experience nausea, headache, and other slight temporary effects. So just know this, because this very well might happen, and you very well might just need to endure through some of this to detoxify this. It's all about what chemicals were used, how much, how long, and perhaps the level of toxicity in your body. Most of the time, we've got years and years of calcification that we've got to rid throughout the body, and so it's going to take time, guys, to do this. It doesn't work overnight. Essential oils have been known to digest toxic substances, and so when they come into contact with chemical residue on the skin, the oils start to work against them. This is how natural plant-based harmonious things do, guys. They react negatively to these toxic things, and they go right to work to purge them out of the system. The user may mistakenly assume that the threat of an interaction between an oil and a synthetic cosmetic used months before is small. However, a case of dermatitis is always a possibility. Essential oils do not cause skin skin problems, rashes, or eruptions on the skin, but they may also, but they may only indirectly as they go after the chemical. Do not make the mistake of blaming the essential oil. Just be glad that the chemical residue is coming out of your body. You can always reduce the amount of oil that you're using, or you can stop the use of any oil if you feel like you need to for a few days, and then start back up again after you've detoxed a little bit through a juicing lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. Guys, our bodies are electric, and the trillion of cells that we have are designed to be fueled off of live enzymes, and this is the reason why we need to eat more live foods and healing vibrations that provide total harmony for the body. I love juicing and what juicing can provide my body. A juicing lifestyle and a raw lifestyle, guys, is going to detoxify, alkalize, and restore intestinal harmony to the body. And this is the key to longevity. The key to longevity is to detoxify the liver, and then these oils are going to work at the cellular DNA repairing level after the liver is detoxified, in my opinion. Always skin test an essential oil before using it. Each person's body is different, so apply oils to a small area first. Apply one oil or a blend at a time. Guys, there's something called layering when we're using essential oils. For example, you can layer, you can put, one thing that I like to layer is lavender, frankincense, and myrrh. And usually what I will do is I will put the frankincense on, let it sit for 15-20 minutes, and then I will layer it with the myrrh, and then I will layer the myrrh with the lavender. And oils work this way, guys. The art of aromatherapy is quite divine, and we all need to become aromatherapists. We all need to learn how these oils resonate and how they resonate to, in fact, increase our own personal vibrations. But start small, guys, with oils. I can't stress that enough. Don't start lathering all these oils onto your skin, because a lot of times people have a toxicity buildup to such a degree that when they learn to start getting healthy through natural means, they may very well get carried away with the oils in the beginning, and they'll react very, very negatively and very harshly with these oils, and we don't want that. Guys, many of the oils are not recommended for children under the age of 6, so you need to do your research. If your body pH is low, if you've got an acidic body, you could have a negative reaction, or there could be a minimal response healing to the oil, because oils and acidity don't really combine well. They're going to work to try to restore some alkalinity to the body pretty rapidly, and if your body is really, really acidic and you're really, really toxic, the oil is not going to be most beneficial for you. I would recommend this right here. I can't stress that enough, the black cumin seed oil. And then I would also recommend starting just the basic juice blend, which is the apple, carrot, lemon, ginger, and 1/4 of the beet. The beet's going to help to dump the toxins from the liver. And then after you've done this for a couple of weeks or a month, and you're feeling pretty good, and your vibrations are increased, and you've got yourself grounded, and you've gazed upon the sun, then go start using some divine essential oils. And I'm telling you, there's nothing quite like them. That's the reason why I'm so passionate about them, because I use them all the time. I use them every day. I personally probably have about 400 bottles of essential oils of various brands, and I love to formulate my own, and I love to make my own. And so we're going to go through videos. I'm going to go through each individual essential oil, what it can be used for, and then I'm going to also do many, many videos for specific conditions. I just did one on MS and cancer and AIDS, and so I will be uploading that very, very soon. And then there's going to be a part 2 on oregano, and there's also going to be a part 2 of my most watched video, which is on the black seed oil. Many of you guys are new subscribers because of that one video alone, and so I will do a follow-up on that one, a part 2. But I wanted to do just the basic intro on this one. Let me tell you about just what we're going to discuss in the next video, because we're going to discuss topical applications. We're going to discuss massage, acupuncture, acupressure, warm compress, cold packs, layering, making a compress, a bath, shower, diffusing, and then we're also going to discuss a little bit more than what we discussed now about internal use. We're going to discuss guidelines for diffusing, other ways that oils can be diffused, humidifiers, vaporizers, direct inhalation. We're going to talk about even rectal retention, guys. Many people that have cancer, they need to learn to ingest oils rectally. I'm not making this up. A retention enema is one of the most efficient ways to deliver essential oils to the urinary tract and reproductive organs. So this absolutely can be done, especially in cases of severe sickness and disease. And I find it very, very beneficial. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Guys, I love oils. I can't stress enough, and I'm very passionate about it. I don't claim to know everything about it, but it's a constant learning process. Some new information comes out about an oil, and I want to know about it. I love to keep up with the research on it. I've been using them for years. I just spent the last 2 years formulating a particular blend, and I think I've got it just about right, and I will be posting that out of Juice Revolution, so stay tuned for that, because it's DNA repairing. It's some glorious goodness. It's a longevity elixir, and it's in a base of the black cumin seed oil. I love to combine my oils with the black cumin seed oil. I take oils every night, guys. I take a teaspoon or two, depending on how many toxins were in the air that day of this stuff right here, and then I always combine some oils with it. Usually, my staples are kind of frankincense and myrrh and helichrysum. I combine those three in my juices most of the time, but then in the evening time I'll also ingest some lavender. If I've got a little stomach issue, I love fennel. Fennel just provides the body total harmony. But there are many oils that need to be diluted before they're put onto the skin, and then also many can be applied neat, and I will go through those one by one and tell you what needs to be diluted 50-50, what needs to be diluted 80-20, and then what can be put on the skin just neat, meaning undiluted. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to me talk about essential oils. You guys have a great day. Peace, love, and positive vibrations. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Get your juice on, and then learn to benefit from some of these divine oils. Bye-bye.